Heyo, I'm Ori, and I want to show off a game I'm working on called Untitled Gungame. Untitled Gungame is a couch party game where you have to have the highest score before time runs out. It's supposed to be a smaller project to test my skills in gamemaker as I take a small break from my bigger project. So, let's start at the beginning. Since this is my first video on this channel, I thought it'd be good to properly introduce myself. I wanted to make a devlog because it's nice to go back and see the evolution of your game, and why not share what I'm working on with the world. I'm an animator and illustrator by nature, but one day while I was, working hard, I thought, you know what would be fun? Interacting with my art. Yeah, that's a great idea. Now, this game isn't the first game I've worked on. I've actually made 2 finished games and a couple prototypes in different programs. But there's 2 things I've always wanted to do with my games. Make an RPG, and make a game that my friends and I can play. I prototyped some RPGs in the past, but those take a lot of time. So to take a break, I began working on Untitled Gungame. So, I love bullet hell games. It's probably one of my favorite genres because I love trying to dodge massive amounts of projectiles on screen for some reason. A lot of my friends, however, are not super good at the dodging part, but I'm making the game, so oh well. I want this game to be a 4-player shooter where you rack up the highest score, and once the timer runs out, you win. Pretty simple, right? So when I made games in the past, I used Scratch or Unity, but Scratch was very limiting and Unity just wasn't for me. So now I use GameMaker Studio 2, which just feels a lot more comfortable and the interface is a lot more flexible. Being an artist first, it's always nice being able to see my art as fast as possible rather than get lost in the code. So let's go over some of the basics right now. Obviously with the game, nothing will happen if the player can't move around. So I put an object in a room to represent my player and I got it to move. I personally don't like looking at shapes for too long, so I whipped up some art for the character. It's me. Since this is a game for my friends, I thought it'd be fun for them to try and come up with their own characters, and then I'd put them in the game. Luckily my friends are pretty normal people, so they came up with some really basic character design. Right, okay, is there any reason you guys want to be, this and this? Guys? So, I animated my best friend's and my girlfriend's characters just to see how everything would look in the game, and it came out pretty great. Since this is a couch game, I wanted the use of controllers. My friend Leek recommended that the first player has the option to use keyboard and mouse, while the other 3 use controllers. Kinda like how back in the day in school, you'd play flash games on your computer with 4 people, and you'd all be squished together, or maybe that was just me. So I just need to add controller support. I mean, how hard can that be? Okay, so after some messing around, I got the controller support to work, and you can switch between keyboard or controller. Honestly, the muzzle flash took the longest time to link to the controller. It's still broken, and I have to figure out all the variables, but for now, whatever. The movement felt nice, but I thought the addition of a dash would make combat more fun, so I copied the code from my particle creator and attached it to the dash key, and okay, maybe that's too much. So I'm just gonna turn it down a bit, and there we go, much better. I wanted to try adding some screen shake, so I tried making a custom camera, but for the life of me, I could not get this to work. Like for some reason, when I made the custom camera, when selecting a character and going to the next room, everything turns black, but when I restart the game, it's fine. So I'm assuming it's some kind of launch issue because I spent like 2-3 hours on this and it was really starting to get on my nerves. I thought if I could shake. So for now, I simply took out the screen shake. See, we solve problems by not confronting them at all. Right now I want to work on a proper test level and in general make the game look pretty. So the next devlog will hopefully go over that process a bit. If you have any ideas or anything that you think would make the game spicier, leave a comment below. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to follow this journey, you can subscribe to this channel and check out my animations on my main channel. If you want to see updates on the game or just chat with others, you can follow my Twitter and join my Discord, and both links will be in the description below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.